Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to start with the subject computational methods. And in this video, we will start with the fundamentals of computational methods. What we will cover here is firstly, review of the Taylor series. Next, we will move towards Rolle's theorem and mean value theorem. After that, approximations and errors in numerical computations. With that, we will continue to data representation and computer arithmetic. And lastly, we will cover loss of significance in computation. So firstly is review of the Taylor series. So first question is, what is a Taylor series? So a Taylor series is a way to represent a function as an infinite sum of terms calculated from the function's derivatives at a single point. So it is a fundamental tool in numerical analysis, approximate functions using polynomials. It is just simple representation of a function where we just infinitely add on its derivatives at a single point. So mathematically, let's say our function is fx that is infinitely differentiable at x equals a. That is our single point. The Taylor series expansion around a will be simply putting the value of a, then calculating its derivative and subtracting from the variables, then repeating the same step again and again infinite. And the derivative count increases with every subsequent terms. Similar thing happens with the factorial denominator. And here x minus a to the power, similarly x minus a to the power 2, and lastly x minus a to the power of 3. This continues further. So why is it useful? So firstly, as we understood in its definition only, that it helps in approximate functions that are difficult to compute directly. Next, it is used in error estimation for numerical methods. Lastly, it forms the basis for finite difference methods in numerical differentiation. So let's take a quick example where we are approximating Ex using the Taylor series at x equals 0, which is also called as Maclaurin series. So here for Ex, the Taylor series will expand something like this. As there are infinite terms, so it continues further. For small x, the first few terms give a good approximation to us. So next we will talk about the Rolle's and mean value theorem. So these theorems are fundamental in understanding numerical approximation and root finding methods. So the first one here is Rolle's theorem. It states that if a function fx is continuous on a and b, differentiable on ab, has equal value at endpoints, that is fa is equals to fe, then there exists at least one point c that belongs to ab where f dash c equals 0, that is derivative of this is equal to 0. So if a function starts and ends at the same value, there must be a peak or valley in between where the slope is 0. Next is mean value theorem. So it is like a generalization of Rolle's theorem only. It states that if fx is continuous on AB and differentiable on AB, then there exists some C that belongs to AB such that f dash C, that is derivative, equals fb minus fa divided by b minus a. So this means at some point, the instantaneous rate of change, that is derivative only, is equal to the average rate of change over the intervals. So this is what? This is our derivative part, or we can say it as like instantaneous rate of change. And this entire term is what? It is our average rate of change. Both of these theorems help in providing convergence of root finding algorithms, and apart from it, provides insights into function behaviors used for error analysis. Next, we have approximation and errors in numerical computations. So firstly, there are two types of error. The first one is truncation error. It occurs when a numerical method approximates an infinite process. For example, stopping Taylor series at a finite number of sums is a truncation error because Taylor series continues to infinity, and if we stop it at certain point, it will cause us to truncation error. Next one is round off error. Due to the finite precision of computer arithmetic, we observe a round off error. Suppose a term is rounded off to unnecessarily terms, that will cause us the round off error. Next up we have is error representation. So let us assume that x true is our actual value and x approx is our computed value or the observed value. So the three errors, the first one, that is absolute error, will be E abs equals modulus of x true minus x approx. Secondly, the relative errors will be E rel equals modulus of x true minus x approx divided by the modulus of x true. The function of modulus is to convert the negative sign into positive sign. Lastly, the percentage error, E percentage, is given by relative error multiplied by 100. So what's their significance in numerical method is that they help in evaluating accuracy and stability of numerical algorithms and guide selection of suitable numerical techniques. Next up is data representation in computer arithmetic. As we all know, computers store numbers in a finite number of bits, which leads to approximation errors. So there is a floating point representation. The most numerical computations use IEEE 754 floating point representation, and that is something like x equals 1 to the power s multiplied by m multiplied by 2 to the power e, where s is our sign bit. It is 0 for positive and 1 for negative values. M is our mantissa, and E is the exponent. Let's talk about precision values now. There are two types, single precision and double precision. As you can understand from the table, single precision deals with 32 bits and can approximate up to 7 decimal digits, whereas double precision can deal with 64 bits and approximate up to 15 decimal digits. So the problems in computer arithmetic comes like overflow and underflow, like numbers are too large or too small to be represented, or loss of precision, that operations involving very large and very small numbers cannot provide us the required precision in computer arithmetic. Loss of significance occurs when subtracting nearly equal numbers, causing a loss of meaningful digits. So let us take a quick example of loss of significance. So consider we are computing this function fx equals under root x plus 1 minus under root x. So as you can see, there is not much difference between these two numbers. For large x, if we consider, direct computation leads to significant round of errors in it. Instead, if we rationalize it, let's say fx equals under root x plus 1 minus under root x. Again, opposite signs are used to rationalize the functions. And denominator will be what we have rationalized it with. So the result of this will be 1 upon under root x plus 1 plus under root x. So this avoids catastrophic cancellations. So the prevention techniques for loss of significance includes using alternative formulations to reduce the subtraction of nearly equal numbers. Like here, we try to reduce the subtraction of nearly equal numbers by rationalizing it. And next, we can increase precision wherever it is required, and lastly, normalize the data before computation. So these concepts set the foundation of the next video on root finding methods, where we will explore techniques for solving equations numerically. If you liked the video and found this helpful, please give it a like, share and subscribe to this channel. I will see you in the next one. Till then, happy learning.